You can contact us by beginning to believe that the running could potentially actually be starting to look like it might go your way after all. Go on, Preston. Alternatively, you can use more conventional methods. You can contact us on Facebook, and we're at facebook.com/the MooCamp. You can tweet us, but use the hashtag the MooCamp during the show. You can email radio@moocamp.com. You can text 80085, but remember to start your message with "Welcome home, Delhi," or else it won't reach us. Or you can text direct to the studio on 07848 930 396.
I have some texts and things, and someone from the Concrete Roundabout texts in to say everyone that is not me is an idiot. Someone else from the Concrete Roundabout has replied to say, no, you're the idiot. Another person from the Concrete Roundabout texted to say, are you calling me an idiot and foreign? And someone from the Zone telegraphs in to say, why can't we all live in perfect harmony? Oh why? Won't someone please think of the children? And finally, Don has locked the section of the show.
Ah, yes, indeed. Where am I?
We all know how difficult it is to plan ahead without accurate forecasting, so here at the MooCamp Radio Show we're proud to support the Bovril Forecast, and it's brought to you by the lovely people at Forecast, telling the future, one cup at a time. And the forecast for this week is beefy goodness, all served up in special playoff cups. Rule 4.2.
When losing at home starts getting a drag, play 2 games away. Get 4 points in a bag.
The lexicon of chaff. Of chaff.
Weary eyes won't stop me. Welcome to the Lexicon of Chav, where each week we educate you, yes you, the educated elite, into the ways of the feral underclass that seemingly run our planet by providing detailed translations of common street talk. And this week, the phrase under scrutiny is muffin top. Common usage. Yo, Brummage, check out the muffin top on that chick. Yo, fam, I swear down her fat. Yo, she is so fat that her blood group is a Nutella and I can't read. That was about as chavvy as it gets, though, still. Definition. Sebastian, my good fellow, why do young ladies insist on wearing clothing which is far too small for them? One should rather maintain a certain degree of decency, would one not agree? Widely and incorrectly believed to have originated from the 2004 hit film The Football Factory. Its earliest recorded usage, in fact, dates back to the handwritten and beautifully illuminated document of Vellum? That's the one?
Vellum.
Which was found in Copenhagen, but is believed to have pillaged from the... I'll explain this later. Pillaged from a monastery on... Oh, for Christ's sake, really? By the Vikings in 793 AD.
And coming up next week, we'll have what word did Alby miss out that was too difficult? You get to choose.
Can I just make an explanation?
Please
Right.
make an explanation. Go on.
I've been without my glasses for a week and a half. I can't see anything.
Where are your glasses?
Not that this is scripted, but I'm seeing it in my mind.
I'm over here, Alby.
This really proved to be difficult, and I worried before
Where
I
are your
came on.
specs?
Okay, well, I don't think anyone's
They're
noticed.
gone.
I think you've got away with it so far.
No, you've managed to...
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I managed to laugh, so if anybody at home didn't manage to laugh...
Half
then-
time, Hamden.
That'll be their problem. What's the score?
Nil
0-0.
each. Like watching two drunks in an alleyway trying to punch one another in the face. It's appalling football game.
Or Friday, as we call that instead of Saturday. That would be a bit harsh, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. As you know, the Dons are the most popular club in the country, and Pete Winky Winkelman is not only the most popular chairman in the lower leagues, he's possibly the most popular man in football altogether. But just how widespread is Winky's fame, and who exactly loves him? We've carried out some more research this week, and we can now say that groundskeeper Willie Rushton and Diamonds, and Diamond, Anne Widdicombe, Roger Moore, Gary Neville Johnson Massey Ferguson, Sarah Thompson, and all the members of the Thompson twins all really, really love Winky. Unfortunately, there were two people we didn't manage to get an answer from this week. Michael Portillo refused to respond, as he was still smarting from Winky knocking him down the list of Britain's best-dressed man, and Paul Hollywood was too busy putting a bun into Mary Berry's oven to even bother.
We are just so topical at the moment. It's fantastic. Brilliant one. Thank you very much. Okay, let's just see whether he's paying attention or not.
Joke of the week.
Especially scheduled to happen in half time.
What's orange, white, and doesn't go up and down at all?
We
We
don't
don't
know.
know.
What's orange, white, and doesn't go up and down at all?
Dean Lewington, when our match is called off for international call-ups.
Indeed.
It's time for the question of the week.
Yes, indeed. Question of the week. And a reminder, what we said was, the question was, what will you be doing on Saturday instead of watching the Dons? Other answers we've had so far. Paul Harris says, standing outside gate 6, banging on the door, crying, shouting, "Let me in. My whole week has been built up to this. You destroyed it all. Damn you all." Paul Harris says, defrag that hard drive. Paul Harris says, stand outside gate 6 with the tape recorder, playing the goal music and doing the goal dance at the times I predicted we'd score. And Paul Harris says, reminisce about the Notts County game and that I had my name on the big screen at half-time. I think he's outing himself here. He is Mr. Case Securities. There's a few others here. Where are we? Paul Deering says, experiencing a more natural heart rate, which is, I like that. Nick Hedges said visiting Captain Morgan and Mr. Smirnoff, and Paul Harris says Jack Daniels and Ron Bacardi. Scott McGregor says probably watch Brokeback again for the 13th time. David Carr says watching the Dons on DVD. Paul Harris says playing my One Direction CDs and crying that they're no longer a 5-piece band, queuing on the special 0891 helpline. Nick Hedges says Debbie does Dallas in the garden shed, which David Saunders then says, how are they all going to fit in the shed? John Lee says watching paint dry. John Lee says watching a Datsun Rust. Wow, I haven't heard the phrase Datsun in many years. Thank you for that. And Paris Rayner says, gonna be shoveling wood chip, me. I've no idea what accent it was supposed to be, but I know it wasn't that one. But yeah, Paris, you're winning right now. I think you're the man. Yeah, if you've got others of those, please let us know. There may be some other ones knocking around that I haven't seen. Someone might need to check the roundabout for me because I think there might be someone there. But yes, that's that. Have we had votes in so far for the roundabout?
We have, yeah. I've got some here, and I'm going to pick these ones out because they all pick out a different clue. Dave from Linford Wood asks if it's somewhere near Wolverton, as he's sure Arsenal have played there in the past. Sandra from Bletchley thinks the mix, the number 3 reference is something to do with music, so says is it Campbell Park roundabout, as they play music there. And Graham, also from Bletchley, thinks it's Downhead Park roundabout, but he doesn't tell us why.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
All wrong.
All wrong. Oh, no. I'm so sad for you people. I really am. But do try again.
There's a delay on that, isn't there?
There isn't. I add that in. I've been lying to you all these weeks. It's not actually a delay at all. I just sit there and think, I'm going to toy with their emotions for a short while. Right, we need to do this. Let me just do this, and then we'll come back and do something else.
Hello, I'm Jim Cleland, and every Tuesday between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Secklow Sounds Radio, you can hear all things MK. We have local news, sport, weather, traffic and travel, and lots of music. I'll be talking to local people about fitness, health, what's going on in Milton Keynes, our diverse community, local businesses, and much more. Join me, Jim Cleland, for all things MK every Tuesday between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Secklow Sounds Radio.
You're listening to the MooCamp Radio Show here on Secklow Sounds, and as usual, time is flying. But luckily, we haven't got much to talk about. So we were supposed to be talking about the upcoming visit of Doncaster Rovers this coming Saturday, but we are not for aforementioned international call-up reasons. So I just would like to have a brief discussion about what our views are on this. What do we think? Is this a good thing? Are we pleased it's being pushed back. Has it been rescheduled? Do we have a date for it?
21st of April, isn't it? Something?
That rings a bell.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so...
well, it's a good thing for a Dons fan. It's not a very good thing for a Preston fan.
No, Preston, that's kind of funny.
Which is rather good, I think.
Have I got laughter on here? That's it. Yeah, just say that bit again.
It's good for a Dons fan, but it's not very good for a Preston fan, which is a good thing.
Oh, no, not that.
That worked well. I'm not saying it again.
Yes, so tell me about the Preston thing.
Their game's got to go ahead. They've got to play Fleetwood, even though they've got 4 people called up for international games, because the game's on Sky. And as we know, Sky control the leagues, not the FA.
Against
Obviously.
modern football.
Is it
It's
anti?
the other.
Isn't it anti-modern
Be on
football?
again, won't it?
No, I'm against.
You're
modern
against...
football.
Well, sorry, I thought you were talking about your
Go.
auntie.
Yeah.
Someone's at the door. Can someone go and let Darren in?
I'll do it.
Sorry, it has to be someone here rather than someone on
I'm doing
who's
it
listening
now.
in.
It's me walking to the door.
This is real, all right? These aren't sound effects.
This
This
is
is
live
opening
ti-
of the door.
live time.
But as I did say earlier, though, about the problem with Doncaster being postponed is it's another Tuesday night game, which will add to the pressure at the end of the season. Should we be there or
we've got
thereabouts.
3 weeks of 2 games, haven't we?
Yeah, and also, could we not have just gone ahead?
I'm back.
Could we not have managed without
Sitting down now.
a couple of
I've left
players?
the door of the
Because
studio
we have
open.
we have an issue in midfield, but if we're losing Reeves, you
That
can play
solves the Potterdelli thing, I suppose,
Potterdelli
yeah,
thing,
straight
and
away.
you can play Baker in the hole, and Hitchcock up front. I think that's still
That
strong
sounds
enough.
like that ought to be a feature, Baker in the hole.
Well, then I
don't
missed.
know what it is. Yeah, I don't think you missed much, to be honest. Alby was talking, we weren't listening.
Yeah, because I was filling a hole.
Yeah, he was
Or a
filling a
gap.
hole in the schedule that I've never realised how much stuff we've got left. We haven't got time for it.
No, we haven't. No.
I'm going to move on in a minute. I just, talk to you in a bit.
Step into the spotlight with me, Lucy, every Wednesday between 6 and 7 p.m. on Seclo Sounds. I'll have new music, the latest entertainment news, and interviews with local bands. If you're in a band, or if you have music that you think I should be playing, I'd love to hear from you. Email me, lucy@seclosounds.org, and join me every Wednesday from 6 till 7 for Spotlight on Seclo Sounds.
You're listening to the MooCamp Radio Show here on Seclo Sounds. And Seclo Sounds exists to bring people and communities together to celebrate all that's best about the city. We produce a variety of music and speech programmes produced by local people, and we're run by over 60 volunteers. There's always room for more, so if you have a programme idea or a skill that you want to offer, then send an email to volunteers@seclosounds.org. You can find out more about this show, the station, and other shows that we produce by visiting www.seclosounds.org. Probably a sensible point to talk about. We haven't actually mentioned this, have we? We've got our FM licence.
We have indeed.
If you're listening to this by the online-y methods, we're not sure on dates, but fairly soon we're going to be broadcasting it live across the FM frequencies. That'll do, yes.
Provided you're parked in the car park of the studios, I think.
Yeah, you might have to be somewhere relatively close, but we'll let you have more details of that once we have more details of that. Can you tell us what's coming up next?
Right, coming up
what's
in the last 15 or so minutes, there's a bit of stuff, but it's a bit under par, to be totally honest. There are a couple of gems in there for you to salivate over in anticipation. It's like that few minutes before you enter a new restaurant. You don't know what's going to be on the menu, but you're excited about the prospect, even though there's a good chance it will just be the same old rubbish that you've had time and time again.
No truer words ever said. Texty things.
Carl, who lives in MK1, has tweeted in to say believe. Ralph from Glasgow has texted in to say that he's not as bad-natured as some people think he is. Paul from Luton says, boo to the franchise, but a big hurrah to the Outlaws. And Keith from Leighton Buzzard says, gutted about Saturday's postponement, we'll now have to spend time with the family. Suzanne from Leighton Buzzard finishes by saying, gutted about Saturday's postponement, we'll have to spend some time with Keith now.
Okay, cheers, thanks very much.
It's the franchise. It's the franchise watch. It's the franchise watch. It's the franchise watch.
Yes, indeed, it's Franchise Watch, where we just bring you what everyone's saying about us. To start off with Bleep. Bleep you, Carl Robinson. I'd rather have Dean Holden.
Had MK took theirs, I'm assuming he means chances there, it would have been 7 again.
Absolute bleep. MK Mongs never got out of second gear.
Bleeping lump on MK, you massive tarts.